Good morning, everyone. Happy, happy coffee and Sunday to you all. I was laying there last night and I was talking to Father, and I was just asking him some questions, and he just so happened to answer my questions. And one of my questions was, Father, when you look around everybody and you look at this human condition and this refinement and confusion and everything that's going on, and hearts are very suspicious. People are very suspicious of one another through fear, through confusion, and through all these things. And he said straight away that that is the enemy, and their faith needs to be strengthened. And the reason why I asked it, I said, because Father, your works are great, miraculous. They break through chains, boundaries, limitations. They show your eternal growth. They are just magnificent, Father. Why are people scurrying around looking for this magnificence when it's already there and occurring? Why are they scurrying around? And why aren't their idea of miraculous occurring? I sat for a little while talking, and then it occurred to me, and he was saying, this is why I sent my son who is in you. And he would say, ye with little faith, and faith can move the mountains. Know it to be already done, and the mountain will move. So if we want to move mountains, stop being suspicious of one another. Of course, all the seeking in the world and testing the spirits are always beneficial and helpful. But knowing the Father's Spirit and walking in that way, you don't need to defend yourself to others. You don't need to defend yourself. Right now, especially, that defense is just folly. It's argument, back and forth. To understand the Father too is to know the human condition, and he gives us the ability to read the heart. And when we actually do read the heart, we can find the limitation in others. They will argue something with you. They will say that they will be convicted, and they will feel that you're talking about them specifically when you're talking about the human condition of this and that, and the confusion and this, and people's hearts are like this right now and hardened in this way. The first reaction that someone's being convicted is, firstly, they would say, I'm not reacted. You assume so much. You make assumptions. When you're in your sacred space and you're talking to the Father, and if they believe that, whatever they believe, when you're in your sacred space and you're talking to the Father, and the Father is helping you to understand this pressure that everybody's under, that his children are under right now, and he's not telling you how to become ignorant to it and go back to comfortability. He's telling you to stand firm in it and wait patiently. Rest in it. It's hard. It's really hard. But rest in it, because what's to come is so beautiful. Where we go from here is so beautiful. And anyway, so you know, it helped me to recognize something in silence and in his sacred place. And he was saying, yes, son, ye with little faith, don't lack faith. Have faith in my works. Have faith in the spirit that's in you. And if you are walking and practicing in love, kindness, and I'm also going to say truth, because truth is like a slap in the face. Unfortunately, we are refining through the pressure of this system and these systems that have been created around us. That's hard. That's the hard thing. Don't let that hardness harden your heart. And all of these beautiful things that his son in you will tell you through the truth. But it's a slap in the face. You don't want it. You don't want it. You can't argue. You can't, I mean, you can if you want, but you can't limit yourself to following around in this refinement. It is hard because you do have to stand firm, and it's hard because this is happening. This world and the systems that are created in it are heading towards their peak, and everybody feels it but don't know what to do with it. Many are scared and are in fear, and they're stuck in that fear. Many are just realizing now that what they thought they knew wasn't the truth. Now look around you, and the spirit of prophecy playing out is the truth. So this is what is happening. So my message this morning was just to everyone, was just to spend good quality time with the Spirit, the Christ, the Father in you, and ask as many questions as you possibly can now, and know that you will receive the answer. And if the answers aren't coming, repent, change your mind, build your faith. The kingdom that's in you is eternal. He gives you the keys to his allness. Do you know what responsibility that is? If you're not getting answers right now, take more responsibility in his kingdom. Practice harder, stand even more firm in this world. Stand firm. Work out who you are, one step in front of another, bit by bit, precept upon precept. But build your faith and know that the miracles are not just already occurring for you to be in this position to hear these words right now. These miracles are consistent. And if you want to look at a miracle, it blows your mind. It blows your mind. His eternal spirit and how it works. You only think it's not working. So know that. Build your faith. Say, mountain, move. Know it to move. Know it to have already moved. It already moved. It's done. These chains are removed from me. They're done. I am now boundless and unlimited in my heart. Now I can walk in that way and still refine through this. It's still going to be a refinement because things occur in our lives right now that are pushing us to choose. And you can be very, very angry. You can be very, very upset and sad. The Father's sorrow of these hearts and minds and this system and what's happening. People not knowing him. You can be very angry. But like my brother Derek stated recently, and the Spirit was definitely in this, absolutely, it's how we respond. It's how Yeshua responded to this anger. So let's start to choose to respond differently. And I love everyone, and my heart is totally all over the place. And I'm going through my own refinement, and I am practicing what I preach, which is something consistent. If I learn something, I'll speak about it, because learning's beautiful, even if you hated it at the time and you had to humble yourself into a place and go, oh shit, forgive me. So I love you, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and I hope that everyone can spend some time in their own church today and do that. So you have a wonderful day, and I shall talk to you soon. Much love.